On today's episode, watch as we step back in time some 95 million years ago when the dinosaurs once walked this land. Thanks so much for all your support. Don't forget to like and subscribe, leave some comments. Peace be the journey. Good morning. We have just arrived at KAROOLA station. We are here for the next 7 days. Looking forward to it. Should be a good stay.
Watering lawns, gardens, and looking after 10 dachshunds.
Not many trees out there. Let's go. Good morning. We are in Western Queensland. We're about not quite 100 k's from Newton actually. We're doing the farm stay. It's very hot, very windy, very dusty, but around the homestead it's really green. They've got beautiful green grass because they've got the artesian water right through this place, right through this area actually. We will give you a look at things we do. We don't have to really do a lot, but we've got to go out on the buggy later and close a couple of gates. So we'll take you on a trip then. Okie dokie. Let's go.
Three gates.
Just out going to close gates. The buggy. 100 million years ago, parts of the Queensland outback lay under ancient inland seas, alive with marine reptiles, while prehistoric creatures roamed the land. Now you can follow Australia's dinosaur trail linking Winton, Hughenden and Richmond, where some of the world's most amazing fossils are still being found. This is KAROOLA Station, where some of the most amazing dinosaur history has been found, and we were lucky enough to have spent 5 days being personally shown around by the owners, where these 95 million year old creatures once walked the earth. So Bern just come and got me, and we're just going to go out with the farmer. He's going to take us for a little drive on the property, so I will video more then. Let's go.
Just come down for a bit of a drive with the farmer on a station stay we're doing, down to a creek bed, and it's where they discovered some dinosaur tracks and they actually dug them up. So just having a bit of a look here to see if we can see anything, but it was all in this creek bed here.
The Fossil Trackways site was first exposed in the summer of 2000 when a small creek changed its course, flowing substantial flooding across this part of central Western Queensland. The footprints were not recognised at first and lay exposed to the elements. However, a major project to map and remove the tracks were begun in April 2018 by volunteers and staff from the Australian Age of Dinosaur Museum in Winton. These tracks vividly reveal the drama of Noah's flood as it deluged the earth. These tracks show of how animals reacted, leaving footprints as they fled the flood waters, rising on what is now known as Australia. Before these prints were made, kilometres of sediment had already been deposited on the continent, burying terrestrial and marine creatures. More sediment was deposited afterwards. Tracks of 3 major dinosaur groups were preserved: the sauropod, ornithopod, and theropod. I think that's how you pronounce them. A string of 20 prints from a large sauropod dinosaur extended for 40 metres. The hind footprints were nearly 1 metre across. That is huge. They were well preserved, including an impression of a thumb claw on most 4 prints and the marks of individual toes. The stress of the sauropod step left mud cracks in the moist sediment around many of the footprints. The prints in the sandstone are so big that people could comfortably sit on them. Obviously, the dinosaur had walked on the sand layer soon after it was deposited, while it was still soft and wet. It all happened so quickly.
Bird or something?
I think it's a bird, yeah.
Was that some sort of a bird, mate?
Yeah. Another one over there. I don't know if it's a crow.
Ah, might be, eh?
Middle of the paddock at the farm. This is the artesian water coming up. Mate, she is hot. You see the steam. My child just tried to touch it.
Of course, you gotta touch it. Because it's hot. Just coming over to the what they call the fish ponds. Not really a track here. There's no snakes. Oh, look at that. So the water here, so this is the fish ponds. So Mike was saying the water goes up that pipe, that back poly pipe there, up that thing, up that mast or stand, and actually gravity feeds over to the tank over near the house there. And then once it's full, it just backflows into here. Pretty cool. That's all artesian water there. A few ducks on there, a few eagles.
Good morning. We are up at the Age of Dinosaurs in Winton. The station stay where we're staying, the farmer on his land had some dinosaur tracks and bones. They found some down in the creek bed, so he's brought us up here to have a little look. So thank you, Mike. Beautiful land up here. So we're on a jump up at the minute. It's what they call the big mountains up here, or hills with the flat tops. And all this land was given to our farmer's second cousin, so we could do the make this Age of the Dinosaurs. Very cool. Might make funniest home videos. careful.
Got a seatbelt?
You need a harness, I think.
You bucked me last time. So sensitive.
So this part up here, that's where the dinosaur tracks come from the station we're staying at. So that's what we're off to see. Very well done. The Australian Age of Dinosaurs Museum of Natural History is world class and home to the world's largest collection of Australia's largest dinosaur fossils. In 2006, Age of Dinosaurs was donated by the Britton family, a rugged wilderness area 24 kilometres southwest of Winton, known as the Jump Up, and the museum relocated there in 2009. Today, the museum houses the world's largest collection of Australian dinosaur fossils and comprises of a fossil preparation laboratory, a reception centre and collection room, the March of the Titanosaurs exhibition at the Dinosaur Canyon, and the Dark Sky Sanctuary. The museum is a non-profit organisation which draws support from across Australia. The Australian Age of Dinosaurs in Winton has received Australia's first international certification for a dark sky sanctuary. The stars are shining bright and there are only 10 of these sanctuaries in the world, so this is huge for outback Queensland. Winton's small population, low humidity and low light pollution makes it ideal to stargaze in this new experience at Age of the Dinosaurs.
Concrete or block work?
Precast panels.
So
yeah.
precast panels poured down, and then
when they were done it, and so we made that shape on the ground. Or we could it'd stay there. When they're vertical, it wants to fall off. So you've got to do smaller circles. That's what we've done here. So they use it on the moon tours, and they say where Apollo 11 landed or whatever it was, and Apollo landed here, and something else happened there. Yeah, it's just like these little craters with the.
The track site, which is up to 10 metres wide and weighs at least 300 tonnes, preserves footprints of 3 different types of dinosaurs. The track site was painstakingly excavated piece by piece and relocated to Winton's Australian Age of the Dinosaurs over 3 years. It took a team of experts and volunteers to move the fossils, working in extreme heat, flooding and the occasional thunderstorm. Each individual piece on the track was numbered, covered in a plaster jacket and removed from the site. Once at the museum, it was all laid out and put together like a jigsaw puzzle. So there was actually 300 tonne of rock taken out of Snake Creek at KAROOLA station. 300 tonne, mate, that's huge. We're actually getting a private tour by the owner. Little perks.
Okay.
You'll see it in there, push it down, then pull.
No worries. Righto. This is the outside of the building here. Yeah, the owner's just taken us out the back door, but there's no disabled ramp for Mike to go down in his chair, so let's run back around here and run back through the building. All these little dinosaurs here, and we've got these two big ones. Owner is saying about, you can't remember, but about $1 million for those dinosaurs, and he thinks that all these little ones were included in that price. So yeah, probably about 800 grand for those couple of dinosaurs. But they built most of this themselves, like all these handrails are locally made, laser cutting. Yeah, very interesting guy to talk to.
A lot of it fallen in, you know, we're fallen in. See, that's the little pine. That's a little pine cone off that particular tree.
Bit buggered.
Nothing of it, is there?
No.
God.
Hmm.
Wow.
So they named that the Lovell
Something. No, it's in Latin, but it is
Lovell pine, or
yeah, the Valier or something
Okay.
like that. That says Lovell in Latin or whatever bloody
Language it is, yeah.
And where was that found? Here.
yeah on Lovell there. Mate.
On Lovell,
right
yeah.
right on the boundary actually.
Keep that
There's
here.
a big hill of it. But what really annoys me, the bloody what's the name? The bloody people, that geologists,
That's so cool.
they came out and they took bloody Toyota loads of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
And there was big cones of that particular tree here, like that. Big cones. And never see that sort. It's all in the Brisbane Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing, mate. Like, do you think 65 million years old?
That's
eh?
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
I treasure them, mate. Eh?
Oh.
You'd have to. If
You would.
never-
It's priceless.
They're priceless, eh?
Yeah.
Whatever the word is, disappointed in her because the bloody she took Toyota loads of dinosaur bones.
Yeah.
Bones. They were bloody all different hip bones. There was all different bones, and I remember when I was a kid where we found them over at Lovell, or where the old fella found them, and I was still going to school, and I was only bloody probably would have been 10, and yeah, all this. It was sort of dark bone too, like you could see that was bone, like it'd been burnt, you know, and but yeah, bones that stood that high.
Jesus.
You know,
wow.
the pelvic bone
Yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever. Yeah, that bloody high, because they did have all those bones lined up that Dr. Mary Wade took back to the museum. But I couldn't be 100% certain on that. But,
Well, that is very cool. That's
It
probably
is,
one
eh?
of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that definitely
That definitely
is.
looks like a bone.
Yeah. Both Bernie and I would like to thank Dave Elliott, co-founder of the Age of Dinosaurs in Winton, for our in-depth and behind-the-scenes personalised tour. And of course, the awesome owners of KAROOLA Station, Mikey and Patrice. This is honestly one of the most memorable and amazing experiences we've ever had, and probably will ever have. Thanks so much for allowing us to actually hold dinosaur bones. That was one of the coolest things I think we will ever do in our life. Don't forget to tune in next week where we have part 2 of our station stay at KAROOLA Station. Peace be the journey.